Hey there, everyone. Joe Palaio here on the first day of the rest of your life. It's January 9th, top 5 news show, weekend edition. Uh, let's get into the 5 stories. Got 5 very interesting news stories that I think you'll find of interest. And, well, let's begin.
You know, CNN, I wish you could just be a little more like your brother. Top 5 news.
Tonight, I'll be sharing with you the news and then adding my ownership group's propaganda.
So tonight we're doing the top five stories. And folks, I have to tell you, there's never been anything like it.
You're watching the top 5 news.
Well, in the news today, we have some very interesting stories for you. Let's get into the lowdown. 5 stories in 5 minutes. Let's see how we do. Story 1 today, Iran's protests explode. Internet blackout hits 24 hours. Death toll climbs. Iran's streets are on fire. The regime's anti-protests, crushing inflation, economic pain. It's escalated across 27 provinces and now under a total internet communications blackout in Iran for 24 hours to stop the organizers and hide the violence. Rights groups confirm that at least 62 deaths in clashes with buildings torched and widespread arrests. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei vowed today that forces will not back down, branding protesters vandals backed by the U.S. and slamming President Trump. Nobel laureate Shirin Ebadi warns of a potential massacre under the blackout. Trump reiterates support for the peaceful demonstrations. This could be the regime's breaking point. Story 2 today, LinkedIn, 2026 jobs that are on the rise. AI dominates, fastest growing roles, bright in the spotlight in the job market. LinkedIn shows jobs on the rise. The first 2 are AI jobs. The following titles over the past 3 years. I guess when someone leaves a job on LinkedIn, they put their new title into the title field, and LinkedIn captures all that. So these are the top 25 titles that people put in when they changed jobs in the last 3 years. Pretty good information. AI is exploding, as I said, topping the list. Artificial engineers, followed by artificial intelligence consultants and strategists. Artificial intelligence, machine learning researchers, data annotators, key for training in AI, and also a surge. The list shows a big push towards self-employment, also with gigs and people working. Founder is one of the keywords. Strategic advisor, independent consultants at number 7. Top list of 25 is on my page if you want to go there and look at that. Artificial intelligence, as we said, dominates the list. Home sales specialists, data annotators, some of the other names, healthcare reimbursement specialists is big, strategic advisors, advertising, sales specialists, founders, sales executives, commissioning managers. That's when we build something and you put somebody in to make sure it's going to work, I think. Venture partners, that's a venture capital partner. Field marketing reps, fundraising officers. If you just joined us, we're going through the fastest growing job titles per LinkedIn's drop yesterday. Background investigators, business development executives, data center technicians, travel advisors, psychotic nurse practitioners. Yeah, we need those. Qualitative researchers, analysts, financial advisors, planners, construction, project leads, legal researchers, public affairs specialists, benefits, etc. The AI is dominating, but also opportunities in consulting. Half of the workers plan to do a job search in 2026, 50%, 50. So these titles are where the growth is. Again, those are posted on my webpage or on my social page, wherever you're watching me. That's where you're going to find it. December job cuts plunged to a 17-month low, bright spot after a brutal 2025. Good news on labor per Challenger Gray and Christmas report. They're the largest, one of the largest outplacement firms in the country. Announced only 35,000 job cuts in December. That's 50% down from November, and that's the lowest month total in 17 months, and down 8% year over year. Hiring plans hit the highest in December since 2022. So another high note. Expert Andy Challenger calls it a positive note to close out a tough year. Fourth time in 2025, cuts were lower than the prior year. Signs the worst may be easing. Story 4 today, however, year-end jobs report. Record layoffs, lowest hiring in years. The full year is a reality check. 1.2 million job cuts announced in 2025. That's up 58% from 2024, the year before. And that's the seventh highest list of cuts since 1989. Leading the list, 308,000 DOGE-driven cuts in government jobs, tech jobs down 150,000, warehousing jobs up, retail services cut. Hardest hit since retail hardest hit since 2028. Hiring plans just 507,000 total year to date, lowest since 2010. AI directly linked to over 54,000 cuts of jobs that weren't the AI jobs replaced by AI. 2025 was a painful year, but story 5, the economic signal, job growth shows sharply pulling it together. The U.S. added 50,000 jobs in December, as we mentioned, and that brings the total to about 584,000. Again, that's the weakest growth since COVID. But the good news is the monthly losses of jobs down. Unemployment dipped a bit to 4.4 with the growth and the relief in December, the good month in December, relatively good month. Challenger says it's a highlight of a possible market turning the corner for us. Trump's team energy and trade policies will also be key, and economists will be watching for the year 2026 signals. That's your top 5 news, catching up to today, fast, straight to the point. We'll see you here next week at 5 o'clock Eastern. Keep the pace, stay informed, stay sharp, and take care. We'll see you. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you here next week.